From the Sinnoh legends, we have learned that the Pokemon world was created by a single Pokemon named Arceus. It was Arceus who created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, and they each were given a specific ability. Dialga was given the power of time, Palkia was given the power of space, and Giratina was given the power of antimatter. There are some legends from Sinnoh states that Giratina was banished into another dimension because of its behavior, and that dimension is known as the Distortion World. After creating those 3 Pokemon, Arceus created 3 more, and they were Masprit, Azolf, and Uxie, and they represent emotion, willpower, and knowledge, respectively. Around this early stage of creation is when Mew came into being, and according to the Pokédex entries, the scientists in the Pokemon world believe that Mew is the ancestor of all Pokemon. After Mew is when Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre came into being, and it is said from the Hoenn Mythology that Groudon created the land and Kyogre created the sea, and because Groudon and Kyogre are so opposite, they always get into conflict. And this conflict causes Rayquaza to come down from the ozone layer to stop the destruction. After Rayquaza stops the fight, Groudon and Kyogre would retreat to their special caves where they rest. Sometime after Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre, Regigigas came into being, and according to the Pokédex, Regigigas moved the continents and created Regice, Regirock, and Registeel. The writing from the sealed chamber, which is found in Hoenn, implies that the people feared Regigigas, and so it was sealed away in Snowpoint Temple. The legendary golems are the one that can be used to break that seal, but the golems themselves are hidden away in different parts of the Hoenn region. The Unova mythology states that about 2500 years ago, the twin heroes created Unova with a single dragon, but over time the twin heroes argued about truth and ideals, which split the dragon into Reshiram and Zekrom. According to Ecruteak City's history, the Brass and the Tin Tower were created 700 years before the events of the Johto games, and it is said that Ho-Oh and Lugia would rest on top of these towers. There's a legend among the people of Ecruteak City that states that about 150 years ago, a lightning bolt struck one of the tower and started a flame that lasted for 3 days. After the fire was stopped, it was discovered that 3 Pokemon died in that flame, but Ho-Oh was able to revive them as the legendary beasts Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, and the abilities that the legendary trio received reflect the events of the burned tower. Electric Raikou represents the lightning that struck the tower, Fiery Entei represents the flame that burnt the tower, and Watery Suicune represents the downpour that stopped the flame. Before the events of the Kanto games, the Pokemon League competition took place, which gave the younger generation hopes and dream of growing up to become Pokemon trainers and achieve the ultimate goal of becoming the Pokemon Master. Alright, that is all for this video. I'll be back with another video soon, so stay tuned.